आसमां की ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचने का ख्वाब और कदमों में हर रास्ते को चीर देने का साहस हो तो बड़ी से बड़ी चुनौती भी छोटी लगने लगती है। और जब हिमालय ही तुम्हारा लक्ष्य हो तो हर मुश्किल आसान हो जाती है। ऐसा ही कुछ कर दिखाया है हमारी नेक्स्ट सुपर मॉम ने। इंट्रोड्यूसिंग रितु चावला, अ माउंटेनियर।
सूर्य भी आया था मॉर्निंग ऑल्सो। दिस इज अ नाइस ridge. Nigma is taking video.
Ritu, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you, Avni. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ritu. So, Ritu, tell me a little bit about your journey. What all expeditions have you completed so far?
Sure. Well, there are 5 Kailash. So I've done 4 Kailash from that. That is Kailash Mansarovar, Adi Kailash, Kinnar Kailash and Shrikhand Kailash, which I've done in 4 consecutive years. Plus I've done Stoke Kangri, and then I have done Mount Mera Peak. And then now last year I did Mount Satopant, which is a 7,000 meter peak. And it's one of the toughest Indian 7,000 meter peaks to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. It really takes a lot of courage to do something like this. So how and when did you realize कि आपको mountain climb करना है? You know, that is something very rare. It's a very rare sport. तो कब वो realization हुआ कि मैं mountain climb करूँगी?
एक्चुअली वो मुझे माउंटेन में जाकर रियलाइज हुआ कि मैं माउंटेनियर बनना चाहती हूँ. It was never there in my mind. I was always into walking, not even running for that matter. I was always into walking, and I was into fitness, means I was always careful about my everything. And in between, I'm a slip disc patient, and I had a severe slip disc, and I was on bed. I was reading Reader's Digest, and उसमें आर्टिकल पढ़ा कैलाश मानसरोवर के बारे में, and somehow it fascinated me. It was like Kailash was calling me. So I thought to myself that ये तो मुझे करना ही है. And I just, without doing much of homework also as to what all things you need to carry and everything, I just booked myself with a friend, another friend, and I went to Kailash. वहाँ जाके जब मैंने देखा and how my body was reacting, how happy I was feeling. I mean, I laughed all day long, but the kind of happiness and everything that I was feeling when I was in mountains, I realized that I need to be in mountains year after year. That is my tonic for me to be alive. I think that will go on always. So my first trip to Kailash, Mansarovar introduced me to mountains, and thanks to Kailash, every year I have to be in mountains to pay my respect to them.
So were you like this, Ritu?
That's how.
बचपन से ही क्या आपको ये nature? Were you a nature lover?
Yes, actually, somewhere my father was in army. More than army, he was in border roads. So in border roads means you are always in border areas. So my father was posted in Jammu, he was in Kashmir, he was in Pathankot, then in Mizoram, and then we were in Gangtok, Kalimpong, which is Siliguri. So I was always close to mountains, but I never realized that mountains fascinate me that much. But going for small treks on my own, and I was always adventurous by nature. Always, doing things which other people were always scared of. Though whether I am successful or a failure, that is a different thing altogether. But I would always give it a try. And not shying away from failure, I think only led to more of being into mountains now. Because now also I'm not scared. अगर जाना है तो जाना है. We will give our best. I will give my best. आगे देखेंगे फिर. So that's how my mountaineering journey started.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Usually पता है ना, हम ये सब जानते हैं कि कैसे हमारे पेरेंट्स या किस माहौल में हम बड़े होते हैं, उसका काफी हद तक इम्पैक्ट रहता
Correct.
है हमारी
As
टू बिल्ड योर
impact रहता
पर्सनालिटी
है.
एज वेल. सो या,
Exactly.
सो आई कैन
नहीं
अंडरस्टैंड.
अपनी उसमें भी
या,
like I remember my father was posted in Kalimpong and I was in my 11th standard at that time. So from our house, because anyways army quarter means you get very good locations. So हमारे quarters से ना we could see Mount Kanchenjunga.
all right.
And उधर sunrise sunset means Kanchenjunga is golden, and it becomes golden because of sunrise and sunset. So my dad used to say, देखो उसको कितना अच्छा है, appreciate it. My dad always used to keep saying, हाँ डैडी ठीक है, you take
Yeah,
it for
yeah.
granted, all these things. But only as you grow older and you realize your likings and your things that you want to do. So now, we make an effort to go and see that golden Kanchenjunga, that golden Kailash, that golden Everest. But at that time, didn't realize much. But somewhere it was seeping in my mind. That's what I feel. Somewhere, whatever your parents teach you, it comes in your system somewhere. चाहे आपको पता नहीं चलता है वो टाइम पे.
So, ऋतु, ये थॉट आपके माइंड में जो आया कि आपको माउंटेनियरिंग करनी है और आपने ये स्टेप उठाया, तो उसमें इफ आई आस्क यू दिस वे कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल माउंटेनियरिंग इज अ वेरी रेयर स्पोर्ट. On top of that, being a woman and taking this step, it's again rare. And then एक मदर के लिए ऐसा स्पोर्ट चूज करना, वो तो मतलब it is the rarest combination of all. So being a daughter, being a wife, and then being a mother, how did you manage to convince your family कि आप mountaineering choose कर रही हैं? And it comes with a lot of danger as well, and a lot of hard work as well. तो वो कन्विंस कैसे किया आपने आपके फैमिली को?
फैमिली को कन्विंस करना एक्चुअली इट वाज नॉट दैट इजी, बट माय हस्बैंड ही इज टचवुड, ही इज वेरी सपोर्टिव. And children, maybe they didn't even realize what I was getting into because they were young at that time. But yes, everybody used to tell me, you are a very brave mom. That at that time my son was about 10, 8 or 9. My daughter was 4 when I got into mountaineering. Not 4, I think she was 6 years old, because I put her also into mountaineering and trekking along with when I started my journey somewhere. So children didn't realize in the beginning what I was getting into, but my husband did realize. But he realized this also, that maybe this is my calling. Maybe this is what I really, really want to do. And now also my husband, he always tells me, be careful. If you find it to be too difficult, nothing, mountains are not going anywhere. Every time he tells me the same thing. पहाड़ कहीं नहीं जा रहा है. If you don't feel well, you just, from there you come back.
Yeah.
That is the only thing I keep in my mind, that I have a family, I have 2 children, my husband is there, my rest of the family is there. So I have to come back. Mountains are not going anywhere. एक बार ही नहीं होगा. As I say, first thing that mountains have taught me is कि how can I say, कि you have to give your best, you have to try. It makes you humble. But आप इसलिए नहीं पहाड़ चढ़ रहे हो कि आपको कुछ दुनिया को दिखाना है. You are doing it for your own satisfaction, for your own growth. You're not doing it to show the world that yes, I am something and I am very brave or something like that. So you give your best. By chance, for sometimes it's weather issue, sometimes it's your own health issue, sometimes it's your partner's issue. Like it's always a teamwork. It's not that my if my partner, if my teammate is not well and she's gasping for breath, so I will leave her there and I will just go away. No, it's not like that. So it's a teamwork. So everything has to work in synchronization. अगर सब चीज ठीक होगी तो slowly चलती रहूंगी ऊपर. So yes, family support. Without family support, तो nothing is possible, Avni.
Teamwork is very important. It starts, in fact,
very important.
It starts from the beginning. जब वैसे usually काफी लोग कहते हैं कि teamwork is important. We send our kids to such places as well where they learn how to work in team. But that absolutely has an amazing benefit when you grow up, and when even with the sport that you're talking about.
No, our field is complete teamwork. It's not about me myself at all. at all. The gratitude that I have, not for, if not for anybody else, for the Sherpas. If I say that I've climbed a 7,000-meter peak, of course, I only walked. I only carried my 20
Yeah.
kg backpack. We need to carry our own backpack, right? So for carrying a 20 kg backpack, आप 6 महीना पहले तैयारी करना शुरू करते हो. So I do a lot of stairs with a 20 kg backpack. There are people who will laugh कि क्या ऋतु ढोती रहती, you know. I have stones. I have weighing my ankle weights, dumbbells, 1 kg dal ka packet, 5 kg aate ka packet. For no reason, it is just there in my bag. And we need to practice, right? But still, बेशक आप खुद क्लाइम कर रहे हो, but without the support of the Sherpas, you cannot do it. So the teamwork, the gratitude that you should have, and the thankfulness that you should have for all these people is what mountains have only taught me. And because with the gratitude that we have, so when you come back home with so much of humbleness, the domestic maid, if you help, if you have at home, the guy who delivers your Amazon guy only, forget everything else, you know, you have gratitude for that person also. Even if you're paying that man, the company is paying, but somebody is toiling, is doing some work for your convenience, for your help. All these things mountain only teach you. And the teamwork, that you have to appreciate every kind of work.
Right now, the world has never seemed more uncertain. The COVID-19 pandemic has plunged us all into uncharted territory, challenging our health, our livelihoods, our economies, and changing the way we live.
We've steered our customers through some of the toughest times in history, and we are well positioned to do so again.
For anyone preparing for their financial future, it's important to choose a partner that's successfully weathered what's come before. New York Life has been successfully navigating the unexpected for 175 years.
Some companies change to stay relevant. We're relevant because we've kept our promises for 175 years.
Could you please share some of your special moments while this journey of climbing mountains?
Apni, that's a very interesting question. And if you will ask this question to anybody for that matter, be it a corporate person or a, you know, any sports person, or for that matter, you, generally a special moment for everybody is when, you know, you reach somewhere, when it's a very proud moment or something you've really achieved. For me, a very special moment, the moment you've asked me this question, is one summit that I was trying, that is Tok Kangri in Leh Ladakh, which was my first 20,000 meter peak, which I was trying. And it was a solo trek, not a solo as in solo, because I had a Sherpa with me. But yes, in the whole of Stoke region, I was the only climber. Uh, no, not only a climber, a woman climber. I mean, there was
Just
there was no
you and
one
the
else.
Sherpa.
And I was told not to,
Wow.
just me and the Sherpa. And I was told not to climb that peak in that particular month. That is why I was doing it solo, because in the month of May, you don't climb Stoke. You started from the month of July onward, July end. But I said, no, I want to try it in this month or itself. And I went ahead with my bookings and everything. And online, I found one Sherpa who would, you know, take me there. And I was very happy all the time because I was the only person in the whole of mountain. And it felt as if I'm the queen of Stoke, you know, because there was no one else. So there was, you know, birds and Blue Mountain sheep were giving me company. And I would just keep clicking pictures of them and give them food, because we have rest days in between. And on the summer day, any 20,000 meter peak, you start at, you know, 12 at night. When the whole world is, you know, going to sleep, mountaineers, they wake up
That itself
to
is a
go to
challenge.
to go to the summit. So yes, so I started that journey with my Sherpa, and knowing fully well that it's not going to be that easy, because we had to make our own pathway, as there was no one climbing, no, there were no trekkers before. So you have to make your own way, you know, digging with an ice axe. And when I was just 200 meters away from the peak, from the summit, my Sherpa was suddenly felt very sick. Sick means he was just sitting down and growling in pain. And he said, Madam, I can't take you up. Of course, my heart sank, Avni, at that time. I said, why? He said, I'm not feeling well. That time I said, ठीक है, फिर मैं अपने आप अकेले ऊपर चली जाती हूँ. And he said, no, ma'am, I can't allow that because even if you reach the summit, while coming down, if you fall, I'm in no condition to pick you up and, bring you down to the base camp. And while coming, anyways, it was daytime. And if something happens to me, there's no one else in the whole of mountain. You'll also not be able to, lift me and, take me down. So the wise thing is to move back, to turn back. For a mountaineer, when you can see your summit just 200 meters away, what is 200 meters? Nothing. To take the decision of turning back was, I think, a life-changing moment for me. The steps that I took to take a U-turn, just two steps to take a turn, have transformed me from a normal person to a different person altogether. What all I learned in that two steps of that moment of that 5 minutes was like a moment which I will never forget in my life, because that made me a better human. First and most importantly, if I would have been very selfish at that moment, maybe I would have gone up. Maybe I would have reached the summit. But that would not have been a good thing to do. So it made me a better human, and it taught me many other things, as I told you, humbleness and gratitude and everything else, and the happiness that yes, I'm sacrificing, I'm doing something for somebody who's not directly related to me, but he's a human being, and human life comes first when any summit.
That's great. That's amazing. It's so wonderful, Ritu, आपसे ये सब कुछ जान करके. It's क्योंकि usually कोई ये बहुत ही rare चीज है जो आप कर रहे हैं, very adventurous. और ये जो सीख है, जो आपके एक्सपीरियंस से जो हम सीख रहे हैं, वो बहुत ही मायने रखता है हमारे लिए.
Thank you.
और ऋतु, you mentioned कि आप अपने बैकपैक लगा करके थोड़े टाइम रहते हैं, वेट्स लेते हैं. So is there a particular training regimen that you go through right before the expedition?
Yes. So of course gymming is there, in which I need to support my back more. I need to do a lot of back exercises because I have a very weak back.
And in spite of that, you're doing this.
Some people, if they yes, people call me crazy. My orthopedic doctor, he tells me, आ गई है वापस से पागल. ये तो फिर से अपना back, because when the back issues that I have, Avni, when I had my slip disc issue, I could not get up from the bed for 2 to 3 weeks. I couldn't even go to the washroom. I couldn't even turn left or right. So I know how bad my back is, and I know my doctor and my family knows, and even my very close friends. So 8 months prior only I started training. So I started training with an 8 to 10 kg backpack. I live on the 13th floor in Bombay, so we have a 15th floor building. So I started, doing maybe 10 times 15 floors up, 10 times down with the backpack. After 3-4 months, I made it into, 13 times with my ankle weights, which was another addition because we wear snow boots, which weigh 1.5 kg. So your feet have to be also used to, lifting such heavy boots in snow, in -degree temperatures. And then very long walks, maybe 10 kilometers, 20 kilometer walks with a backpack, and gymming. And I do a lot of yoga. I am a big yoga fan and of all the breathing exercises. तो वो भी मैं काफ़ी करती हूँ. Then I read a lot about that particular mountain, which I never used to do before. But now I read a lot of blogs if people have written. I do a lot of YouTube surfing and Google surfing. What kind of challenges we can face, so that you are mentally also prepared what you're getting into.
Yeah.
You have to be not only physically, mentally you have to be prepared, and not only physically fit, you have to be mentally very fit. Do not give up. To not give up. There is a saying, Avni, जो मैं अपने बच्चों को तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा बोलती हूँ कि don't give up, don't stop when you are tired, stop when you are done. 99 can never be 100, right? तो अपनी तरफ से you have to give your best. For that you have to be mentally very very
That's
strong
true. That's very
in
true.
these mountains because it's not a one day affair. आपको 1 महीना पहाड़ों में रहना है, पत्थरों पे सोना है, आपको टॉयलेट नहीं मिलेगा, लेडीज के लिए प्रॉब्लम होती है, यू हैव टू गो वेरी फार. मैन तो एक कोने में चले जाते हैं, पर हम लोगों को और दूर जाना पड़ता है. तो challenges for a woman are a lot more.
Absolutely, I can understand
age,
that.
you know you bear children, बच्चे होते हैं आपका, वैसे physically you become little weak.
Yeah.
बट पहाड़ तो ये देखते नहीं ना कि ये लड़की है कि लड़का है.
सही बात है.
we face equal amount of challenges.
हाँ.
So you have to be mentally also very fit.
Alright. Is there any particular course that you need to go through before you do any kind of
Yes.
expedition?
Actually, a lot of treks you can do without a course, like I did in the beginning. Like I did 4 5 expeditions, and that's the time I realized after that I want to learn more. That I want to learn more about mountains, and I want to learn more about mountain terminologies. So that's the time after crossing 40, I enrolled for a mountaineering course.
That's amazing.
And yes, that that course is very very important, Avni, and it teaches you a lot of things. And of course it taught me many things I had learned with my own hit and trial and my mistakes, but it teaches you many things, and that course made me a child again, because I was interacting with 18 years old, 20 years old. So my trainers were younger than me. So the course taught me many things. It made me a child again, and it gave. So yes, courses are there, government run courses, which are very reasonable to do, very very reasonable, and they train you all about all the difficulties and all the mountain icecraft and your technical climbs, how you are supposed to pack your backpack. Otherwise, some people carry any kind of wrong clothes like jeans or something like that. So there is a particular, comfortable clothes but which are warm, how to carry clothes, when to eat, what to eat. And even when you pack your backpack, there is a particular way of packing. You can't put all the heavy stuff, straight down. It will put a pressure on your back. It has to be in the middle. So all these things are taught in the course. Then technical climbing, like you have to climb a rock. How do you climb a rock? What is jhumaring? How do you jhumar and go up? What is rappelling? And how do you wear snow boots? How do you wear crampons? How do you survive yourself if you are stuck in a snowstorm? And how can you cook for a lot of people? Everything is taught. So these courses are very handy and very very important to do. Very important.
ये पूरे एक्सपीरियंस ने आपको मेंटली फिजिकली तो बनाया ही है स्ट्रांग, बट आई कैन टेल वन थिंग अबाउट यू दैट यू आर एब्सोल्युटली मेंटली वेरी वेरी स्ट्रांग पर्सन.
Yes. Come what may, we will fight it out. We will. City life, you have your set of problems, right? We all have problems at work with a lot of things, right? But the mountains have taught me not to give up, to be happy in all kind of situations, and to find a solution for it. Just by worrying and by being upset or by crying, that is not the solution. So yes, mountains have taught me how to be
and
mentally
that's
strong.
absolutely true.
Yes, I will give my 100% and maybe more than 100% in any sorts of problem.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल ऋतु, and this is it's amazing जैसे आप अपनी जर्नी के बारे में शेयर कर रहे हो. In fact, it just felt as if I'm watching a very thrilling movie right now. So thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us.
It was such a pleasure coming in your platform and talking and discussing about my journey. I am truly grateful and thankful to you for making me, helping me in reviving my memories, because I totally love it. And this year I've not gone to mountains. So talking about it gives me a different high. So thank you so much for calling me
Thank you.
and having
Thank
me
you,
over.
Ritu.